Alright, here's another one. Update. The losers again. Alright, we must be on their ass. I mean, this is hilarious. Well, it's not hilarious because it's so serious what they were trying to do or still trying to do. It's very fucking dangerous to our freedom. I'm telling you, it's not. See, it seems like, I guess, with all the other people who make videos about gang stalking, if you go through the last 10 years, even though some of them tried to point out it is like a global thing, 10 years ago they were saying that. And you see how it's like culminating right here. It's like, for some reason, this is they feel they have to push. You know, like right now, this is it. You see how they're panicking with this Trump thing. Well, I see, not for some reason. I know exactly why. I don't know how this happened, but they got a guy at the top, elected by us, who they can't control. And now they're losing their minds. They can't gaslight the whole country like that. It works. Like I said, all these people works on one person. Look how many it takes to do this to me. But you can't do it to the whole entire country, at least not yet. And thankfully, when we stop them now, they won't ever be able to get to that point where they have the power to do it to the whole country or continent or the world. Alright, so now these scared punks, in the last couple of days, I've noticed, just follow me. Remember, I keep saying that since I comment a lot on the news channels about this proceeding, because I noticed this what's going on. And it has nothing to do with the president or Trump. It has to do with this worldwide organization trying to take over socialism, globalism, globalists, and they're losing it. All right, so since everything's been failing, and she took the articles impeachment and like put it in a purse, and everybody's talking about that. But in the comments section, right, I'm telling you, I promise you, this is all true. Matter of fact, if I took the time, maybe tomorrow I can go through and find it, because I made comment on it and I probably got replied to, and the comments changed again, and I'm telling you, in this little comment section, it shows what they're going to do next. All of a sudden, because like I said, somebody a positive comment about the impeachment being bullshit. Somebody say, see, this is all trash. It's bullshit. It's a farce. The Pelosi, they have nothing. They're just whatever. And then there was somebody reply. All right, so finally one time, like I said, and they know I'm always going to click on the replies and go through the replies and either reply or plus I'll make my standalone comments. But a couple days ago, one guy finally said, okay, well, all you Christians, and this is in the comment section, what about Trump cheated on his wife, and y'all talking about Clinton, and he doing the same at the White House with an intern. And nowadays, everything, and when you can't get a person because the girl says, I was willing, we're but they still want to get rid of them. What do they use? Abuse of power, because you were in a powerful position, and you took it, air quotes, took advantage, even though she's a grown-ass woman. They gonna say, well, she was scared that she turned you down, she'd lose her job. So, see what I'm saying? But back then, that in the 90s, that wasn't a thing. They applies, so you add your own. So I had my own. And another thing, that again, another day, the next night, I don't know, this is Sunday, so sometime last week. Again, now all of a sudden it goes from Ukraine, Russia. Well, first it was Russia, then all the thing it keeps, and now it's then, like I said in the comments section, the weeks before, that's all they were saying, all the way up to this week, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, and then but like I said, nobody's in the comments section, and I even made a comment. I made a comment inside somebody's reply. I'm like, you notice that nobody's even angry no more. You know how when somebody says something, even though everybody that replies knows that the person is trolling, right? And now it's the same feeling, the same. Everybody's trolling, right? And the guy, somebody else says, well, we just know he's a Russian asset. And everybody's like, no, man, it's been disproven. No, but he's a crook. He tried to quit pro the Ukrainian. And it's like, no, he didn't ask for anything in return. He's checking. It's his job. Who just gives away money, and it's been proven that there's corruption. So you still keep giving them money. Here's even more money. And he's asking, weed out that corruption. Do me a favor, take care of that shit for me, homeboy. Something like that. It is. Oh, that's it. See, he held it. That was a threat. That was a bribe. It's like, no, you dumb bitch. Before I give this money to you, I heard about how they running roughshod over there. And, the ambassador from our ambassador, she was a piece of shit. But, so anyway, keeps changing. Finally, I promise it changed again this week. See, and he said the same words of what I'm about to say, what I'm about to show y'all. He said this because I still got it, because I commented, so I should be able to find it. He said, how is he the moral, whatever the fuck? And I was like, and it's like, he's basically one of those stupid questions like, see, we got you. See there? See, you're the ones who's saying this. Just like if you send him a person, you choke him to death. And so, I seen somebody else use my response the next day, and I could tell they were mocking me. He said, oh, well, that's okay because Clinton did it in the White House. So basically they were using the same trolling method the next day, but they had someone else use my answer. So you could tell that person really wasn't saying it like, well, Clinton. And it's like, what does that have to do with anything? Well, because like I said, since I was a grown-up, now all these 20-somethings and like, oh, we hate Trump and this is it. They don't understand. Why I bring it up is because I remember how niggas was acting back then. I was in the army at the time, and maybe I didn't speak to everybody, but when it was on the news, word on the street, what people said personally, especially the older black folks, was that's his business. See what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden, a man cheating, he's not worthy. But when Clinton did it inside the White House, and the white gang stalkers, they don't understand why I'm saying this. All they know is I said it in the White House. He wasn't even thinking of running, or at least in our minds, we didn't know. This was way back in 2000 or whatever, right? Clinton was already president. This was his second term, and like I said, I'm like, shit. I was on my second term marshal, literally. Especially if it's both of y'all married, married female, and that happens. He the commander. But anyway, the point is, and the white gang stalkers don't understand, and the niggas don't want to understand. They don't want to talk about it. It's like, oh, don't talk about politics. Like it's superstition. So the people that's running this shit didn't get why again, it's another thing that was my personal opinion. Because I remember what y'all said back then. It doesn't matter. That's his business. If his wife, killer as they call her, but they didn't call her that back then. At least most of us didn't know about Arkansas back then. I went on the streets, but all the older folks, the black folks, the young black folks at the time who were in their 20s, everything. Everybody was like, oh, it don't matter if his wife take him back. That's between him and her. That's between the man and the wife. If she want to stay with him, that's between her. And that has nothing to do with the presidency. Okay, so y'all women don't care that he had the Lewinsky on her knees in the Oval Office. I guess both of them got a thrill at it. Actually, you never know. Never know. Shit, she saved the dress. What'd that tell you? So, like I said, it got caught again. Stupid. What does this mean? Oh, because if y'all probably not following it, because y'all probably following their orders about don't follow politics. That's another weird shit. They're trying to get so if you're a evangelical or Christian, you shouldn't be following politics. All right, and what does this guy come up with yesterday or 2 days ago? This phony dude, the magazine of Christianity. First of all, if you go through the comments, everybody's saying the same thing. It's like, why are y'all even trying? Why'd y'all even make this dude sell himself out like that? Everybody's like, so he doesn't speak for everybody. This is nonsense. Why would he even say anything? Shut up. Not even shut up. Like, you can't say that. Don't say that. It's like, come on, dude. Y'all really keep. It's just like when you just keep trying and you keep changing. Well. And finally, exactly, this is just it. Just hit me again. And somebody's like trying to get rid of somebody, and they're doing a good job. You're like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to think of a good example, because it ends just like this is gonna end. It's not a joke. I've seen it, and just like either like it's three of us in the car. It's a 4-seater. And the dude driving, and another dude that I guess we all kick it with sometimes. And the dude's like, "Oh man, I ain't got no room." And somebody else in the back seat like, "I'll move over, no problem, man." And the driver like, "Well, still though, I or either I got all that stuff in the back seat. Well, put it in the trunk, man. Well, we ain't got time to put it. Yeah, just take a second." And finally just say, well, I just don't like him, okay? I just don't want him to go. Something like that. So they just keep changing. First, it's the Russians. Then it's Ukrainian. Then now it's, he's unfit. He's morally unfit. This last week, just a couple of days ago. I think they finally just going to have to admit, I just don't like him. It gives a damn that, because the reason I'm saying this, because like I said, that proves what we've been saying as TIs, that this shit is a real fucking program. It might not, because the reason I know, like I said, the same tactics, and like I said, when I comment, they still want us to shut up. Not even that's how much control they try to keep. And like I said, this clown, the editor of this magazine, for some reason they wanted me to see it because I don't watch Frontline, but Frontline just popped up about 30 minutes ago when I decided to check YouTube, and for the first time this thing popped up in my feed. You could say, well, it's because you make the rounds and however, as far as all this impeachment, and the algorithm, it could be that.
Your editorial has gotten a lot of attention, and I want to highlight some of what you said here. You argue that evangelicals like yourself may like the president's platform, but you think he's grossly immoral. You described him as a near-perfect example of a human being who is morally lost. And
he's a hypocrite, and like most people saying, like anybody read the Bible knows the devils are in the church, the demons, devils.
Other members of the evangelical community, including Billy Graham, your founder's grandson or son, have denounced this.
Yeah, that would be Franklin Graham. Yeah.
Yes, Billy Graham founded as.
And you see, they're saying the Billy Graham and all of them don't agree with him. It's like they got this guy that's what I'm saying. It's almost sad. Like, why y'all make this dude do this? What did he do that y'all got that much? They must have something on him. Y'all keep thinking this is just conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat. They got to have something on this dude to make him go against his own people. Now, I don't just mean as friends, his business partners. If they founded that magazine, he will get. But I'm not gonna play the whole thing, so it ain't no spoiler alert. He's about to retire, lo and behold. So by the time I didn't know that till 30 minutes ago. I watched the whole thing, right? And by the last minute, he's like, well, I guess I could just fast forward.
We point out here, your public publication, which is why it was so significant to have Franklin Graham rebuke you.
Yeah, you got rebuked.
Billy Graham, your founder's grandson or son, have denounced this.
Yeah, that would be Franklin Graham. Yeah.
Yes, Billy Graham founded, as we point out here, your publication, which is why it was so significant to have Franklin Graham rebuke you. Is the call for President Trump's removal growing?
I don't know. I mean, in one sense,
listen how he sounds. It's not a put down. I'm just saying.
On the order of hyperbole. In this regard,
I don't know.
The odds of that happening either by election or the Senate are actually probably fairly slim at this point. What I'm really arguing in the piece, fundamentally, is that the president is unfit for office. Now, that may be a difference without a distinction without a difference. But the point is, and I'm not really speaking politically, I'm making a political judgment about him, because that's not our expertise in Christianity today. I am making a moral judgment that he's morally unfit about this strategy. I'm not a political person. The questions you were asking people on your show, you guys are amazing how much stuff you know and the nuances. You guys figure that out.
Well,
see, listen how he's laughing and giggling. Because he knows what he's doing, little demon.
As is your publication, so we wanted to get you to weigh in. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you for the time. You know, what you do about the fact that he's morally unfit, there are a lot of political options for that. And I don't really have a whole lot to say. Some are going to say work for his conviction at the Senate. Some are going to say overturn him at the election. Others are saying that's all impossible. We need to figure out a third strategy.
Yeah.
I don't have a strategy. I'm not a political person. The questions you were asking people on your show, you guys are amazing how much stuff you know and the nuances. You guys figure that out.
Well, you are so key to your community.
No, anyway, he says he's about to retire, right? In 2 days. There they go again. He's about to retire. I don't even think somebody really ordered food. I bet they had this guy just come here. Did y'all saw my videos earlier today? I went shopping. So like I said, these folks, look how fast he can. Where's he going? He's lost. How in the hell you get lost? No, and it's not about this apartment. Every apartment, 1, 2, or 3. 305 is third floor, obvious, right? So if it says, so why did he go downstairs, then go back upstairs? So either that bag said 105, 205, or whatever the fuck, 108, 109, or 209. These people are, see what I'm saying? These nut jobs are fucking crazy, running around loose, doing whatever they cult leaders say. I bet that nobody ordered anything. You know, they bring it from one gang stalker and bring it to another gang stalker. I came out here, you know, I went shopping again today on purpose because, one, I forgot some of the shit I needed yesterday. Got your dumb ass on camera. Fucking crazy ass. These cult members are crazy, man. Ludacris is ridiculous. I bet they just had this idiot just pull up with some food from gang stalkers on a 24-hour notice. So anyway, the loser from the magazine that says it doesn't matter anyway, he's retiring, you know, in 2 days. So what's today? Sunday. So I guess, well, right before Christmas Eve, he's retiring. And this is what he decides to do the last week before his last week as the manager, editor, or whatever. Who in the hell backs out like that? He backed. No, man. I'm gonna get what the hell is wrong with this guy? Look at him. He's just sitting right there. He's a delivery guy. He's not parking. He doesn't live here. What the hell is he doing? Lunatics. That's what I'm saying. I want it. So the law, since they're trying to murder people, we should be able to kill them. Like right now, this is attempted murder. If I didn't know what this program was doing, self-defense. If I didn't know, I would say I'm out here chilling. And they're doing their little whatever the fuck. That's trying to drive me to the point of whatever, you know, or hurting somebody else. That's what I'm saying. We need laws against these people. Even if, I mean, you would think that once it's really exposed, the whole thing, it wouldn't be no laws like that because it's over with. But still, it's not. You know, these people work for people that know how to manipulate people and control people. They got their electronics, whatever. You know, what the hell is he doing? Why wouldn't you turn off? What the fuck are you? Wouldn't you turn off your goddamn lights? So anyway, I'm not finna go down there. It's fucking raining. Never mind, I know what I'm finna do. I don't know if it's gonna be bright enough. To a flashlight there, maybe he'll get the point. But I know it don't. It's not bright enough to bother him. He probably don't even see it. Is it that bright? It's probably not. It probably ain't working. I need a regular flashlight. But anyway, so turn out your lights. Let me go down there. Fuck this.